Northland Trailblazers Snowmobile Club. Good morning to you, Brenda.
Good morning, Deb. How are you? And Emma.
We're very well, I believe I could say for both of us. How are you today?
Awesome.
Okay, well, tell us first about the Northland Trailblazers Snowmobile Club. I mean, it's in the name, but what are you guys all about?
Well, yeah. So, it's in the name. We're a snowmobile club. We've been around for over 50 years, actually.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah, most of people around here probably don't realize that. A long time. And what's really good about a club, as you say, is because we're kind of like one big happy family, you could say. But, benefits of joining a club, because there's a lot of snowmobilers in our region who aren't part of the club. And I think it's just an important piece. It's community is what it is. Some of the benefits, helping build a sustainable snowmobile community. As I said, meeting like-minded people, family-friendly environment for all ages, a fun group events that we put on, including our snow and shine coming up soon. We do fun rides, we do poker rides, that kind of stuff. We also have our main A-frame, we call it Chalet, is on Charlie Lake. And it's a great little place. There's a lot of chalets that we have as well. Access to trail maps and cabins. Again, we have a few cabins. So, that's kind of a cool thing. Members are automatically joined with the British Columbia Snowmobile Federation, which is like a government body kind of idea, even though it's still a society as such. But they help with a lot of things happening in the government where there's like some trails are being closed down because of the elk, because of the caribou, like different things, right? And so BCSF is there to also help us. And we also get deals through BCSF, for example, different hotels, insurances, huge big one is the insurance, and there's quite a few other different great benefits as well. And it's just, I don't know, I think it's a great place to start a group, really. Yeah.
Do you have like kind of monthly meetings or anything like that? That's kind of static, or is it?
Yes, we do. We actually, the first Tuesday of every month, we meet actually at the chalet on Charlie Lake, and it's great because again, we start making plans, and you just see the community, the other snowmobilers. I think it's important. What's
it cost to join? Like, is it kind of a fee structure?
So you have $40 as a member for the Northland Trailblazers. And then with that, BCSF is $50. So, but again, it gives you so many benefits of different things. And it's really important, I think, to keep the snowmobilers in the north, east as a community for the reasons of closures. And a lot of snowmobilers, for example, myself and my husband are more trail rides. And then the other opposite side is the mountain riders. Yeah. And I think that's where the closures are happening, is in the mountain areas. And I think it's important, if you are a snowmobiler who really enjoys that kind of stuff, you may want to join us so that you know that those areas are not going to close, or they're going to at least keep an area open for us. We have 4 different trail systems registered through our club. And, we maintain them. We do that kind of stuff. The most popular one is the Stewart Lake Trail, and then we have many different other ones as well.
Wow. All right. Well, this snow and shine event coming up this weekend. I was kind of looking at it sounds like there's going to be lots of different things going on, including, if you're not a member of the club already, being able to become one and find out more about it. Tell us all the things happening during this event.
So Snow and Shine. Again, it's a Snow and Shine, of course, with snow machines. We're looking at any vintage ones, new ones as well. We have different age categories that you can win with. It's on Saturday, January 24th, coming up soon. It starts at 10, goes until 3. Registration for our participants begins at 10. Then the registration ends at 11:30 because you have to have a time frame. And then we set everyone up with the snow machines. And then anyone who's spectators can come down. Now, you don't have to belong to the club at all, for sure. Please bring your sleds down. It's a fun happening. We'll have some food there. We'll do some different stuff with the kids. We also have a kids section as well. We have a 50-50 draw, so that should be fun that day as well. And just people choice ballots. So what that is that you can make your own choice. So spectators can come down and make their own vote, which makes it fun too. Again, you don't have to even be a snowmobiler. I mean, come down, look. It's different. You know, everybody, Snow and Shines, because it's snow, is called that. But, you know, you think of all the cars, the show and signs for the cars, right? Well, this is snow, so that it's with the snowmobiles.
Yeah. I have to ask, Brenda, do you know of like a vintage snowmobile that always seems to show up at these things? Can you tempt us with what we might see there?
So
I love vintage anything. So
usually we have a vintage Polaris comes down. Actually, High Performance has one. We have a Ski-Doo that is a 1967 snowmobile. It's a trail groomer kind of idea. So we'll have one of those down there just for show. You know, it's interesting because I did a thing on there's museums throughout Canada and the US and to see some of them, and people don't realize, like, they always see Arctic Cat, Ski-Doo, Polaris, you know, Yamaha, those kind of brands, but there's so many that back in the 60s and 50s and 30s that there was different types of snowmobiles, but then it just all amalgamated into these specific ones. Yeah. So this will be interesting. And I'm going to have a billboard up with all the different ones that'll show you. But those are two that I know probably will show up. We have a couple old 80s Arctic Cats that will show up. But it's interesting because that's what I'm hoping to see is some of these vintage ones coming out, because yes, it can be for the newer ones as well, but it is interesting to see the vintage ones, the most important ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I love vintage stuff.
Yeah, I know. Cool. Vintage. I mean, you know, you look at the age of ourselves and we're like, oh, we're kind of vintage, so we'll be there. So, you know, I'll be there,
well,
so
I'm
vintage.
Us in this conversation are.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Sorry, Emma, you're the young pup in the group.
Speaking of newer models, anyway.
Yeah. But on that note, just come on down, everybody. It's such a fun event, and
free to attend. By the way,
free to attend, 100%. As a participant, yes, it's going to cost $40 for members and $50 for non-members per sled. Yeah. But other than that, it's free to come down and enjoy your day.
Yeah, and again, if you're interested in becoming a member, there'll be lots of help and to do
Absolutely.
that.
There's an opportunity to speak to the president of the club and any of us as well as members. And we do actually have, you can even be a member that day because we actually have a barcode that, or thing that set up.
QR code?
Thank you.
QR code. See the new.
You're welcome.
Okay, Dub. So now we're really showing our vintage. Anyways, a QR code, and you can just actually make up a membership right then. But otherwise, speak to us members and our president, and please come down.
I have to ask, is there where can people find out more information, for example, on the interweb?
On the interweb. Yeah, so you can go on Facebook under Northland Trailblazers Snowmobile Club.
Yep.
www.northlandtrailblazers.com.
Okay.
You can also send an email if you want to northlandtrailblazers@hotmail.com as well, by all means, and we can get back to you.
Okay, sure. Or show up. And by the way, where on Charlie Lake, or is it going to be pretty clear where you are?
So it's going to be pretty clear. We're going to have signs up and that, but we're actually going to be in the parking lot. Unfortunately, just because of the way the lake is right now.
Yeah.
Although, you know, by Saturday, like at least we had some melting, that kind of thing. But for a bit, the lake was a bit unsafe with the amount of from the snow packing of it.
Yeah.
But so we're going to be on the parking lot, and hopefully by then maybe we can do a trail ride at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's kind of an optional thing happening.
And the parking lot at the chalet, or
parking lot at Charlie Lake, down at the boat launch.
Gotcha. Okay, at the boat launch. Thank you.
Sorry, down at the boat launch, and we will be there. And like I said, if we can do a trail ride, we will, but we'll have to see how it goes.
Awesome. Well, and make sure you check it out. The Northland Trailblazers Snowmobile Club Snow and Shine starts at 10 o'clock on Saturday at the Charlie Lake boat launch. Can't miss it. Brenda, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Dub and Emma. I appreciate your time.
Want another chance to win?